Finally, something different this time. The Kingdom Take Knowledge Tech 9. Let's take a look inside the box. A user manual. Good morning. Hi, would you like to read some KT 101 user manual?
Nope.
The cool thing about this manual is that instead of different pages, it actually folds into this A3 paper manual. Now, let's not disturb the cat. Now, let's take a look at the gun. Oh! The first thing I noticed on the serial number, it actually says quad 2309. This one is specifically for us. That is super nice. So far, the gun, it is really solid. You don't see any wobbles. I mean, the barrel doesn't move at all. And the bolt, it is very smooth. This part, it feels a bit plastic-like. The trigger, it's got this interesting clicking sound. However, at this point, so far, I think it feels pretty nice. The grip itself, it is slightly on the larger side. So if you have like a small hand, this grip might feel slightly bigger in your hands. The magazine, it seems to be on the heavier side though. This way you can tell how heavy the magazine is. Now, how balanced the gun is. This gun is pretty balanced, and once you insert the magazine, I think it feels pretty nice in the hands. And according to the aftermarket parts that you can add on.
Sure, we could slap rails on it, why not? I love buying iconic guns just to turn them into pseudo-modernized crap. It's like carcinization by way of mall ninjas.
I like it. Okay, let's load some BBs. Like the good old traditional types. Get us gun. Okay, let's load some BBs. Like the traditional ones, you can choose to load from the top or load from the bottom. There's this gap in which you can just pour in the BBs. Despite the fact that this magazine is pretty heavy and it is for a submachine gun or a pistol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, actually this one, it does fit a lot of BBs inside. 58 rounds. Mag in. 109. 102. 102. Maximum is 104.4 and minimum is 94.9. The deviation is, it's up and down slightly. Okay, full auto. Right, ready?
Ready.
Fire. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the bolt stops when it stops firing.
19, 18.
And I would say the average, it's roughly, it lands somewhere around like 18 to 19 rounds per second. However, something I noticed though, the trigger pull on the full auto part, it's slightly strange. When I switch to semi, the trigger, it's relatively light. However, when I switch to full auto, if I want to fire the gun, I have to press the trigger harder in order to to actually get it start firing. Based on the material used on the trigger group, I'm not too comfortable with that. How about we take a look inside? To take the gun apart, there's this screw, there's this cap, the charging handle, and the screw at the rear. For the charging handle, spin it counterclockwise, then you can remove that. Remove the sight. Now we have to get this cap off. Grab like a suppressor or something you don't really care about that has a 14mm negative thread. In 3, 2, 1. What? Oh. Push it a little bit like that. Tilt it to an angle, and you can remove the upper. This is one of my favorite parts because everything comes as a unit. We got 3 pins, 1, 2, 3, those 3 pins, we need to tap those out. On this pin, there's the rough side and the smooth side. Before you punch the pin out, you really need to like get a closer look to find out where the rough side is. If you didn't notice it and just start punching it, it's gonna ruin the gun, so be extra careful with that, okay? The entire unit comes off. Beautiful. However, be very careful with this grip right here because you still have the safety here, and that is the thing that we're gonna modify today. So when you grab it, there's this little spring nub that will fly out. So make sure, be careful with that. It almost reminds me of the KCO2. You can modify this into like a bullpup style gun, or I don't know, there's a lot of things I can think of. The hop-up adjustment, it is right here. It's a rotary style hop-up in which uses a regular Tokyo Marui barrel and also buckings. So if you want to upgrade your gun, yep, you can do that. However, if you take everything apart, everything is gonna fall off. So it's gonna take you a bit of time to swap out the hop-up. If you want to get a closer look on the internals of this gun, make sure you check out Explosive Enterprises channel. He's got everything covered. This little lever right here, that is the thing that decides if you are gonna shoot auto or full auto. When you pull the trigger, this thing releases the bolt. But when you pull it, it releases it and it fires it. However, with the semi setup, you see how when I pushes it, it just comes back up? This way, when the bolt comes back, it locks into place. That allows you to shoot semi. However, full auto, when you shoot full auto, something prevents it, something pushes this lever against it. So it only goes down and it doesn't come back up. This way, if you continuously pushes the trigger, it will fire full auto. And this is where the problem came from. This surface right here, it is slightly too high. So this way that you have to push extra hard on the trigger in order to fire full auto. The internal parts and also the trigger, everything that's actually made out of pot metal. So if you push too hard, this thing is gonna break for sure. So all you need to do is just grab a file. All right, let's see. Yep, I think it works. Now let's put everything back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is so much better. Test it again. Gangster eye protection. Okay, semi works. Full auto. Okay, I think this gun is good to go. Let's head to the range and test it out. Okay, we actually spent quite some time to adjust the gun, try to center it, and I have to say it is not the most accurate gun. And out of the box performance, it can only lift up to 0.36 gram BBs. Let's try it with the 0.36 gram BBs. Got a gun lock and loaded. As usual, take a look. We have 3 balloons, one at the 20-meter range, the 30-meter range and eventually all the way back to 50-meter range, despite the fact that I don't think it's gonna make it that far, and see how well it performs. And also, since this gun is not a very accurate gun, I think I will support myself with a vise. Oh. Drop. Drop. That's one. All right. Let's see if we can hit the 30-meter range. God, we were already struggling with the 20-meter. Drop. Oh God. Yeah, and the hop up seems like it tends to loosen itself. Yeah, you know what? 3.6 gram, it is too heavy. I'm gonna swap out the BBs. 0.32 gram. Let's try it again. Okay, finally it's flying straight. Okay, finally we got one. The effective range on this thing is 10 meters. I have some BBs left. Okay? Follow this. See the trajectory. Let's head back to the studio and see what I have to say about this gun. And we're back. It seemed to me for those type of airsoft replicas, when it comes to blowback open bolt system, the accuracy tend to do pretty poor because there is just such little time for the BB to sit in place properly. You know, the loading nozzle pushes the BBs into the chamber at the same time it releases the gas and fire the gun, and the blowback action happens. Kingdom Technology, they're a new company, and I have to say, for a new company to produce a gun like this, I would say they already did a good job. The trigger responses, it's pretty decent, and you can fix the safety just by a little bit. The full auto wouldn't be such a pain to fire. However, overall, I really did enjoy this gun, and also the look. The bolt, it is extremely light. When it functions, everything cycles, it travels pretty smooth. The barrel doesn't wobble, the whole gun is very solid. And for the hop-up adjustment, I have to say it is pretty easy to adjust. However, it needs a little bit of work on the hop-up unit. So if you can open it up, change the hop-up bucking, change the barrel perhaps, I think this gun will shoot just fine. That's it for the episode today. Hope you guys like this episode, and if you like it, make sure you click the like and subscribe button. And also don't forget, we have this Patreon page in which you can donate us some money. Most importantly, check out our website and purchase some lubricant pins, because that is the best way to support this channel. Stay tuned guys, and we will see you very soon.